So, talk to me. Remember when that dropped? It just kind of came out of nowhere and wrecked people. A low budget Australian horror film that didn't rely on big scares, but this really uncomfortable sense of grief and control. And then you find out the guys behind it, Danny and Michael Philippou, used to make insane YouTube videos, like full on chaos, explosions, brawls, cartoon level violence. RackaRacka was pure energy. Fast forward 2 years, and now we've got Bring Her Back. Same directors, but the tone completely different. Slower, colder, more psychological. It's like they've gone from trying to shock you to trying to unsettle you. So today, let's talk about how that happened. How these two filmmakers evolved, not just technically, but emotionally, from Talk to Me to Bring Her Back. Before we get into their films, we need to remember where they started. On RackaRacka, the Philippou twins built an empire of madness. Short, violent videos packed with stunts, explosions, and absurd humor. Everything was handheld, fast cut, and unpredictable. Those videos were fast, violent, and genuinely dangerous half the time. But underneath that, there was a kind of creativity that doesn't come from money or access, it comes from hunger. And when they made Talk to Me, they didn't throw that energy away. They just refined it. That same unpredictable in your face style became controlled tension. Instead of throwing you into chaos, they built up to it, slowly. You can see it in how they shoot possession scenes. The camera doesn't flail around, it waits. The tension sits there, builds up, and then, bam, everything breaks loose. It's the same RackaRacka DNA, just with focus. They learned that restraint can be scarier than noise. Let's be honest. Talk to Me could have easily been just another possession movie. But it wasn't. Because beneath all the supernatural stuff, it's a story about unresolved grief and the desperate search for control. Mia's not haunted by a ghost, she's haunted by guilt and the inability to process loss. The Philippou brothers took a horror genre we have seen 100 times and made it deeply personal. This is visible not just in the plot, but in the blocking and staging of key scenes. In Talk to Me, the emotional core is delivered through visceral close-up staging. The camera pushes tight on Mia's face during the seances, making us share her claustrophobic, immediate panic and adrenaline rush. The emotion is raw and explosive. Now, with Bring Her Back, they've gone even deeper into that emotional side by embracing the slow burn. They're not focused on the moment of horror anymore. They're focused on the emotional aftermath and the corrosive effects of denial. This shift moves the focus from external threat, the spirits, to internal collapse, the character's psyche. Bring Her Back is quieter, more introspective, and you can sense their confidence in allowing the audience to sit in that profound discomfort, rather than rushing to a jump scare. That's a big leap for filmmakers who built their careers on chaos and adrenaline. It shows a growing maturity in their storytelling, a realization that sustained emotional tension is more terrifying than fleeting shock. If you love slow burn horror, where that persistent dread replaces jump scares, I think Bring Her Back might feel like a natural evolution for you too. It's not trying to outscare Talk to Me, it's trying to outfeel it. Now here's where you can really see their technical evolution, the craft of their cinematography. In Talk to Me, the visual language was defined by kinetic energy. The camera was constantly in motion. A lot of handheld shots, dynamic steadicam movements, and rack focuses that quickly shift attention. You could feel the energy from their YouTube roots, intense, right in the characters' faces, giving the film a kind of raw, propulsive verite style. The lighting relied on those stark, contrasting cold blues and greens, a high contrast look that gave the horror scenes an immediate, shocking vibrancy. But in Bring Her Back, the whole visual language becomes controlled and observational. The camera work shifts towards static compositions and slow, deliberate dolly shots. The focus is on the environment and the negative space around the characters, reflecting their emotional isolation. It's a move from showing the chaos to implying the dread. The color palette is drained, almost desaturated and pale. This low contrast look perfectly fits the theme. It feels like life has been sucked out of the world, emphasizing a sense of exhaustion and despair. Even the sound design has evolved. In Talk to Me, the sound was often chaotic and overlaid. Shouting, slamming, and a cacophony of voices to heighten the immediate possession. In Bring Her Back, they've learned the power of negative space in sound. It's way less cluttered, more atmospheric. They are utilizing silence and deep, sustained ambient tones to create a quiet, psychological pressure cooker. It's this kind of comprehensive control over the technical apparatus, the camera, the light, the sound, that signals their growth. They're not trying to prove they can shock you anymore. They're proving they can hold you in an uncomfortable, introspective grip. The Philippou brothers' journey is one of the most fascinating in modern horror. From YouTube mayhem to emotional storytelling, they're showing how horror can grow without losing its edge. Talk to Me proved they could make us look. Bring Her Back proves they can make us listen. And honestly, if this is just their second film, we might be watching two directors defining the next decade of horror. I'm curious how you see it. Is Bring Her Back a step forward or just a different path? Drop your thoughts below. That's all for this entry. This is the Dread Archive. Thank you for watching. If you like exploring the world of horror, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next descent.